Hey there, thanks for watching today's Drawing for Kids video brought to you by the Ann Arbor District Library and the Ann Arbor Art Center. Today we are going to be practicing shading with colored pencils by doing these cool 3D paper scrolls. So I'm going to show you a couple techniques here on how to practice shading. So if you hold your pencil more angled on its side, then you'll be able to get a different texture, which is this one that you see here more towards the left versus the one on the right. The right is how you would write your names or write any words. You can see where I wrote hello. And so when you are drawing how you would just write, you're holding your pencil more upright. But if you hold it more on the side, then you can get a nice transition of values is what it's called. So here you can see I'm practicing there with different colored pencils. Alright, so once you've finished practicing and you feel pretty comfortable doing the shading techniques, we can go on to draw our final drawing. So there you can see about how much space I was taking up on my piece of paper. I'm a little bit lower than halfway, and you can see how I am drawing these little spirals. And so you kind of can look at it like you're going from like a frowny face to a smiley face, and then in terms of which direction that you are curving your spiral. So you can see you're just going to go around and around, and then you kind of end it with those little straight lines. So it can take a little bit of practice to get the hang of it. You want to make sure that each of them are, you know, a little bit different in size, and you also want to make it look like they are being overlapped. So you can see how you can erase if you cut through and draw through one of the ones that's in front, or of course you can just kind of skip around it. So, but you know, do several. You could do somewhere between, you know, 6 and 10 depending on how much space you want to take up. And then from there you're going to start shading. So notice how I'm doing a transition of values of different colors. So I have red, orange, and yellow, and then you can see how I'm kind of fading it off to white on that one. And so I have the darker values kind of on the edges, and then you can see how I transition it out into lighter. So you don't actually have to necessarily do the multiple colors every single time. You can decide right away, okay, how many, you know, of these do you want to have as the same color? Do you want to do each one a different color? The main thing that you want to make sure is that you don't have, you know, a green one in front of another green one, because then they're just gonna kind of merge and combine instead of having nice separate colors on each one. But again, try to follow along with me as you're coloring and as you're shading, and to make sure that you're putting your darkest values, meaning the darkest colors, in the same places as me, and same with the lighter ones. You're kind of fading it off in the same manner that I am. And then once you're done with the shading, then you can just fill in your background a nice solid black to really make it nice and high contrast. So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson.